Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. Welcome to my Friday Frolics. I just don't have a lot to tell you today, except we are still struggling with my poor dog, Fort Dix. He is just not an only dog, and he's still grieving the loss of Pink. And I thought I had found him a companion. Here in Richmond, there's a greyhound group that I have gotten involved with before when I had Lola. And they were getting a 10-year-old female that had been returned because the owner had some health issues and could no longer care for the dogs. But they were told she was not cat friendly, and I have 2 cats. So they tested her again, and she's still not cat friendly. So that kind of blew that, because that would have been perfect to have a 10-year-old female, and he's 12, so that would have been great. But anyway, that fell through. But I'm still looking. I did talk to my friends. Actually, they're in Texas now, but they were the ones that ran the Gold Coast Greyhounds in Orlando. Mike and Judy Shamp. Actually, it was Judy. Mike is a barkbuster, or actually Mike and Judy both are barkbusters, which is a dog training program. They are in Dallas right now. They've moved there to be closer to their grandchildren. But when they were in Florida, because Judy ran the adoption program and Mike and Judy both were involved in barkbusters, we got a lot of help from each other. They were just good friends. And Mike said that that he is grieving, and it would probably take at least 2 weeks before he got back to normal, whatever that is for him. So it will be 2 weeks this coming Monday. Right, 2 weeks this coming Monday. And he has started eating again. He got to a point where he had stopped eating, and that upset me. And I thought, well, he's internalizing all of his feelings, and he's an anxious dog anyway. So I'm sure that once he gets over his anxiety and stops looking for Pink, he will be fine. But in the meantime, I'm still kind of keeping my eye out for anything that might come along. I do want to say one thing, not about the dogs. This is something totally different. Later last week, actually it was last Friday, I believe it was, and then I posted it Tuesday or Wednesday. I had gotten my Deep Shine brush-on resin kit from Teresa Salgado. And tinypandora.com, and I was so anxious to use it. I sat down and started using it, and I decided, since I had my webcam in there attached to my old laptop, that I would go ahead and just hook it up and record what I was doing. And I explained that I could not zoom with that camera. I explained that I was just playing, and, it was not my regular camera. And yet when I posted it, you can't believe the comments I was getting telling me how awful it was. So I ended up taking it down. I'm sorry. I am not going to listen to the negativity. One girl even said it wasn't even worth watching. Well, then, okay, don't watch it. I'm sorry. I used to get really hurt by these comments. Now they just make me angry. And I just wanted to let you know, I did take the video down. The machine ended up being broken. And I didn't know that till I was finished. When I was taking everything back apart, I noticed that only 2 of the lights in the UV light were working. And so I, sent a message to Teresa, and she said, well, try swapping the bulbs and see if that helps. So I pulled out all 4 bulbs and swapped them over, and still the ones on the one side didn't work. And I told her when I picked it up, I heard something rattle. Excuse me. So maybe something had come loose. And had she ever taken the bottom off? And she said, no, but what have we got to lose? Go ahead and do it. So I took the bottom. I didn't even take it all the way off. I just loosened it. And one of the little electrical parts, it looks like a, you know what I say if I say a chiclet, the chiclet chewing gum? It looked like that with two little wires hanging out of it. And there were several of them inside I could see, and that one had broken off. So I imagine, because she said she tested it before she sent it to me. So it got damaged in shipping. But at least we know that even with the 18 watts instead of the 36, it still cured the resin. But I've got another one on the way, and it should be here today. And I will do another video, but it's going to be not just me playing. It's going to be an actual video, and I will use a better camera. And, you know, I'm going to use my regular camera that I do for my polymer clay, and everything should be fine. But I just wanted to let y'all know, when I come up, this was a bonus video. It wasn't my normal Monday tutorial. It was just something extra, and it was, I told you at the beginning, it's just, I'm throwing this out there, even though it's not my regular setup, and still, I got all of these horrible comments. So, you know, if you can't be kind, please don't comment at all. I would rather you not comment at all than to throw these comments at me. And I know some of you were just trying to be helpful, thinking maybe I didn't know. Well, no, I knew it wasn't good quality. It wasn't, I'm not able to zoom with that camera, so it was higher up, which I needed up there when I use my regular camera. So there, and it's not adjustable. It's a rack that I made myself. So, you know, it's kind of, it is what it is, and there's nothing I can do to change it. So please, you know, I apologize that I even posted it. I don't, you know, I believe I should not have done it the quality that it was, but I was hoping you would look at it for what it was. And I was just so anxious to show you my new toy. But when the new one gets here, I will do a new video that Teresa will be proud of, I hope, and, you know, show you what it does. And, you know, and I'm aware you couldn't see, and I don't even know why I decided to post it, except I just was anxious for you to see it. But anyway, that is over and behind me. I've taken that video down, and I'll do another one later. Might be sometime next week before I do it. But I do have the video from Monday done, and it's uploaded, and it's already scheduled to post Monday morning. And now I need to work on a Patreon video. It's March, and you know, I'll be getting my Patreon payment probably Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I'll know who paid for this month, so I'll be able to get the video out. So I've got until maybe next week to get a video done, and I really don't know what I want to do. I've got so many different things, and all of them take such a long time, but my Patreon videos usually are a little bit longer. They're usually at least an hour, and some of them are more detailed. It's more complex things, but I'm beginning to add some complex projects in for you. You guys have grown a lot, and so I'm going to start throwing in some more complex projects, and you will see one on Monday, and I hope you like it, because I do. I love it. But let's see what else is going on. I can't talk long because I have to go volunteer at my church this morning. I'm filling in for someone. Those of you that follow me on a regular basis know that I volunteer at my church's rec center on Mondays. And the girl that has Friday asked me if I could substitute for her today, because her husband he had surgery yesterday. And, you know, she's at the hospital with him or at home with him, taking care of him. I don't know if he's home yet or not, but I told her I would take care of the rec desk. So I've got to scoot out of here in just a minute. So this is going to be a short one. Let's see. What else have I got going on? I'm just looking around. I don't see anything. So, you know, rather than just kind of ramble, I am going to let you go. And I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. And join me on Monday at 6 a.m. Eastern Time is when my tutorials get published. And please be gentle and kind when I do publish a bonus video, because it may not be the same quality as my Monday tutorials. But sometimes it's easier. Actually, just to explain, when I do a webcam recording like this one, I do it in Movie Maker, and it goes directly into Movie Maker, and then it uploads to my computer in about 3 minutes, and then it uploads to YouTube in about 5 minutes. It is just so quick. But when I use my camera, it takes about 45 minutes to an hour for it to upload onto Movie Maker so that I can, edit it, take out the stuff. Sometimes I'll be talking about something and realize it was wrong, and I'll stop and I'll go back to a point where I was doing everything right and then continue. So sometimes when you see pauses in my videos, that's what it is. I just told another one of my secrets, didn't I? But then I have to download it to my computer. And that sometimes takes 3 or 4 hours. And then, or not so much from Movie Maker to my computer. That usually takes about an hour to maybe an hour and a half. But uploading that into YouTube can take 4 to 5 hours. So anytime I can use my webcam, I really like to use it. I'm using it I've got it now, and I'm on Movie Maker, and it will be done in 10 minutes after I finish. It'll be posted on YouTube, and I just think that's awesome. So anyway, that's a little explanation as to why I prefer to use my webcam. And I will be honest, I am going to start using my webcam for some of my tutorials that I do in my paper crafting room. There's really no space to set it up in my clay room because my desk is facing, is up against, it's part of a wall. It's a built-in desk, and it's only about 15 inches deep. And there's just no place to attach the attachment that I have for the webcam. But I think I can maneuver it into the one in my other room. And when I can, I'm going to do tutorials in there and use my webcam. It may be a little bit different. I may not be able to zoom in and out like I do with my camera, but I will try at least to get it to a point where it's viewable, and, good for you. And it may not work. And if it doesn't, I'll go back to using my regular camera and just spending half a day getting it uploaded. But just a little clarification as to why I prefer to use my webcam. But I will talk to you again. Like I said, on Monday, I'm going to have at 6 a.m. Eastern Time my new complex project is being posted. And then join me again next Friday for another Friday Frolics. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.